Hello and welcome to Brackenmore for this Northern Premier League Premier Division match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Stockton Town. I'm your commentator this afternoon, Adam Allcroft, and we look forward to seeing you here. We're also sponsored by R&R Car and Van Hire. So, Jordan Lemon era begins today. His appointment as permanent manager made official on Thursday, assisted by Joe Tomlinson, the former manager of Clay Cross Town and Shirebrook Town. But he couldn't think of a harder task to start his permanent reign with. Stockton Park Steels have never beaten Stockton Town, and that goes to some very dramatic matches, and includes a particularly heartbreaking one back over at the Map Group UK Stadium, where the Steels lost 3-2 after being 2-0 up. An absolutely crushing game. So, Jordan Lemon, his first task as the permanent manager is to try and end that really poor streak. So let's go through the teams for you today. For Stocksbridge, only two changes, so it's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charlesworth, Jack Tink as the captain with Curtis Turner still out injured, Samuel Kay, Elliot Owen, Paul Iggulden, Daniel Deakin comes in for Alfie Bradshaw, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morris and Connor Smythe, who comes in for Oliver Grangeline. On the bench is Alfie Wilkinson, Jack Watson, Tommy Marshall and Lewis Brown and Jordan Lemon himself. For Stockton, it's Nathan Harker in goal, then Ryan Barrett, Jamie Bramwell, Lewis King, the captain Adam Nicholson, Thomas Coulthard, Stephen Thompson, Jake Pettigene, Josh Scott, Amir Purewall and Owen Gallagher. On the bench is Cameron Painter, Ian Purewall, Michael Sweet and Thomas Birtles. The big news there is that there is no Kevin Hayes, the man who scored that winner against Stocksbridge back in August. And check between the two teams, Jack Tinker leading for the Steels, and it looks like Stocksbridge will get the game underway. Sam Kay will be the man standing over the centre circle. We will of course keep you up to date with scores from around the country and whatever games are remaining elsewhere today. The rain has finished a few off on this occasion. Sam Kay standing over the centre circle. And here we go. Sam Kay gets the game underway here at Brackenmore. Stocksbridge Park Steels wearing the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue cars kicking from left to right, while Stockton Town are in the all red kit kicking from right to left. Hello, Alec and Terry, we're listening in Keswick. Can't believe we're missing a game. Up there, wherever Keswick is, Cumbria, I think. My geography's not brilliant. It's a bit of a delay in the game because we're just waiting for a ball to return to the pitch after we went out to play for a Stockton throw-in. Thrown backwards here into the middle. Stockton trying to pass forward. Charles intercept. Lost his forward. Looking for Rawson, but it'll be over the top of everyone. Nicholson can just watch it as he goes out for a Stockton throw. Last time this was played was a 1-0 loss by Stocksbridge against Stockton here at Brackenmore, back when both teams were in the east. It was just before Christmas as well, and we are once again in Christmas time. Almost forward, Kay contests it into the middle, collected by Pettigene, switched over to the right to Barrett, knocks it down looking for Josh to say Scott, good touch, loops it going to the far post. Charles will look to head it out, and it will be a corner kick at some early promise from the Stockton side. Charles don't really have many other options other to head down for a corner with Gallagher in his back. Gallagher, who I believe will be in a wing-back role today. So it's Pettigene. He was Newton Aycliffe's talisman last year. As well goes in, almost in at near post, goes into the 6-yard area. Josh Scott can't get it down, cleared out to King. King takes a shot, saved by Townsend, low to his right. The clearance goes right back to Pettigene. He goes back to the edge of his area. King will try to loop it to the far post. It stays in play. Rawson can't get to it. In the end, it's Nicholson can only head it out of play. Stocksbridge survived, but early pressure from Stockton Town. Townsend's already made a good save. So Ben Townsend will be very, very pleased with that, getting that save early on. It was low to his right, with quite a few people in front of him. The ball goes forward, headed on by Morris. Will go out. The last touch came from a Stockton player, so it will be a throw-in for the Steels. Stockton trying to get the ball forward here, but it is cleared away, held up by Purewell. Knocked out to the left to Gallagher. He's looking to get past Charlesworth, and it's a good touch that does. Charlesworth battling, gets a tackle in. Eagleton able to clear it away. Then put back into the midfield, and then knocked forward. Tinker will intercept, and then launches diagonally towards Rawson, heads it on. No one there for it. Smythe initially thought about putting Chase into that, but easy enough for Harker. Launched long now. Look, Owen can't get to the header. It's headed on, looking for Scott here. Eventually, Owen will just boot that one away. Deaking it back, lost over the top. Morris is just trying to slip through the defenders here, and he's held it up really well. Morris then finds the overlap. Great. Deakin puts the ball in. Rawson just can't get the volley right. It goes on target, but I think he'd have wanted a cleaner connection on that than he ended up with. Harker able just to gather it, but early decent moment for the Steels. Stockbridge were ahead against Stockton by now, up at their place back in August. It took 12 seconds for James Morris to score at the Map Group UK Stadium. It was part of some very early goals Stockbridge were scoring. It wasn't the record though for Steels. Ian Kavanagh back in 1987 has the record for the quickest Stocksbridge goal on 11 seconds. He goes all the way forward, but he's going to end up going up for another throw-in. He actually came off a stock play. Last Steels will get the throw-in. Some early goals in the Premier League. Everton are 1-0 for Nottingham Forest. Milankovic has scored an own goal. That's Sean Dyche returning to his former team. And Bournemouth are beating Chelsea 1-0. Antoine Semenyo, the goal scorer. Smythe's header is just knocked away by Nicholson in the end. Rawson tries to contest, and he does successfully. So to get a throw-in in an attacking position. There's a throw in here on the left here with Tinker, the captain for today's match. Goes it short back to Tinker. Deakin, high lofted one. Morris will contest. Morris gets the header, goes back into the middle area, cleared away by Bramwell in the end. Owen looks to slice it back out to the left, and Tinker just can't bring that bouncing ball down. He gets another touch on it, gets it knocked off Barrett, and it's a corner kick for Stocksbridge. Tinker doing very well to contest that one. Alex O'Connor will be taking the corners from the left-hand side with Curtis Turner out of this game. Here comes the right-footed ball from O'Connor. He wants players to move around and eventually goes to the far post. Owen will get underneath. It stays in play before going out of play. Eagleton was just blocking Harker off to try and stop him, but he wasn't allowed to catch it. Did that well, unfortunately just wasn't able to stay in and continued to cause a problem. Concerningly for Stockton, Owen was unmarked. He was just a bit overhit in the end. Back with Harker. Nice ball, Rawson will get it, but Stockton just got a bit of a let-off there. A foul, I think maybe a handball from Rawson is what that was. Stockbridge could have potentially launched a counter-attack from very high up on the pitch. Ball going forward. Thompson had it forward. Forward shot. O'Connor will get it back, but then Stockton retain the ball, and now Gallagher wants to go past the two men of Charles O'Connor, and he will actually do so. Gets back through, slips it back here to Thompson. Thompson hits it in, and Stockton are ahead. Oh no, he's not. The offside flag is up. Stockton thought they took the lead there. It was really good play, but Stephen Thompson, who must have only been offside by a very small margin, it's been ruled as offside. Stocksbridge get a bit of luck early on in this game. As Townsend sends the ball forward, headed away. Kay can't get to it. Purewell tried to hold it up, was pushed over, but Stockton keep the ball. Now ball looking for Gallagher. It's just a bit overhit, and it will go out for a Stockbridge throw. That seems to have energised Stockton, the fact that he got the ball in the back of the net. And they're also wanting that free kick for Purewell being pushed in the back. It would have been a fair one had it been given. Charlesworth, they're throwing a bit of pushing and shoving happening in front of us between the players. Wilson tries to head it into the middle, then cleared away by King. Held up by Scott, who'll get it out to the right. Look at Thompson again. Kay goes brilliantly with a little like spin tackle, but then the pass forward is blocked. Tinker will rescue it and just launch it out of play. Is a throw-in for Stockton. So the ball goes forward, knocked down by Pettigene. He's a threat to watch. Was one of the leading scorer in the Northern Premier League East last year from midfield. Stockton win the ball back in the field, back into defence. Steals are leaving a bit on the Stockton players as a free kick was taken, and initially they wanted to take it quickly. It was taken, well, it was going to go out to play, and Stockton are going to get a second chance at it. 9 minutes gone in this, it's 0-0. No goals in our division yet to speak of. Ball goes long and eventually headed away by Eagledon, brought down on the chest by Stockton, who retained possession. They're staying very high up the pitch as Morris almost wins the ball off Lewis King there. King's always been one of the most impressive players for Stockton over the last few years. Ball forward, head away, goes sideways, just away from Pettigene, and Eagledon launches that away, throwing for Stockton, who are having all the possession at the moment. Forward. Alright, launch it forward. Brought down by Thompson, cleared away. Morris will hold it up and knocked away and back into midfield. But Gallagher has it. Now forward. Stockton trying to go wide, but well won by Morris. But then he slips over. He wanted a free kick, it really wasn't. As it now goes back to Bramwell, as Stockton continue the spell possession. Eagledon will intercept and clear it. Rawson looking to contest it, and he's trying to turn his man, goes down. That could have been a free kick, not given, but cleared away to Kay. Smythe was pulling away on the left, but it's going to go back to Tinker. Tinker now will launch it forward, headed away into midfield, and back King will collect. That's going to be part of his job, is just sweeping up that back defensive midfield area. It's Kay now has it. Tinker short to Deakin. Some nice play forward to Morris. Morris back out to the left to Smythe. Smythe trying to loop in the middle. Well intercepted by Nicholson when it looked like Deakin would have been in if not. Ball here with Scott. Back in midfield to Pettigene. Back in defence. Forward to King. King, good touch, took him away from the pressure O'Connor. Launch over the top, it's great. One looking for Scott. Scott almost gets to it. Townsend first and clears it out, throw into Stockton. In a local score, Sheffield United are 1-0 up on Stoke City. Mark McGuinness has scored for the Blades. And Goole had gone 1-0 for Nostell Miners Welfare through Nathan Perks, but within a minute, Nostell equalised. Charlie Osterfield, the goal scorer in that one. Barrett eventually does throw it in, goes it to Scott, back to Barrett. Tries to get it short down the right, but evades everyone, will go out in the end for a throw-in. Very deep though for the Steels, who could well be penned in if Stockton play their cards right on this one. back on the left here for Tinker, who launches the throw upfield, headed away, and kind of can't get to it, and Owen tries to, but it's headed on, and Stockton get possession back. Stockbridge aren't really doing well on those sort of stats at the moment. Owen wanted the free kick, gets the free kick after it's a contested ball in the box. I think a bit of a let off for Steels on that one. Not the strongest challenge in the world.
It feels similar to the Lancaster City game in the way the pitch.
So back now with Townsend.
But they're trying to get the ball on the floor and play, which I'm not opposed because it seems to be working. We're getting
Possession right now, 65% possession to Stockton at the moment.
We haven't seen that in a good few weeks now with Mar and Josh are playing.
It's obviously Stockbridge often do have less possession than their opponents, but I think at the moment it is concerning because it's all camped in the attacking third. 13 and a half minutes gone.
Which is a big positive from the early 15 minutes or so.
So back with Townsend now, who right-footed ball, launches it forward. Morris tries to head it on, but it's headed backwards by Gallagher. Just contested in the middle. O'Connor gets it forward. Smythe is going to try it forward, but he's been blocked off quite well by Barrett. Allowed Coulthard to clear it away. Dillon heads it into midfield. O'Connor now has it. Now to Tinker, who's trying to take it forward. Forward to Smythe, who holds it up, trying to find Tinker. Instead, he'll find O'Connor. The Stockbridge will keep possession. It's probably one of their longest spells of possession in the game, but it's going to go all the way back to Townsend, who didn't look comfortable yet. Scott gets it. Scott has his clearance blocked. Townsend will get it back and does get it away. Morris then heads it on. Rawson will chase, but then it's intercepted by Nicholson, who gets it away. Very high and loop though, and Morris got a touch onto that, and he wins it off Gallagher. Great work from James Morris. Back forward to Charles, back to Morris, into the middle to Deacon. It's opened up here. Smythe to make a run. Deacon's going to take a shot, block. Goes to Kay. Kay takes. I think he tried to slip Smythe through with the pass rather than go for the shot. Smythe wasn't aware he was going to do that, and a good early opportunity for Steels goes begging. Means 0-0 here.
I didn't need it, it was one off. Cheers.
As it's back now with Harker. Forward head away by Charlesworth, and then booted out. Tinker will try and contest this, but he's got pressure and he'll just have to. He keeps it in, which is really good. Smythe just got it caught under his feet, loses the ball because of it. And now here comes a switch ball, looking for the left hand side. Townsend's racing out for it, and now will pick it up. Ball going forward. It goes over absolutely everyone, and back to Harker. There's a clearance that's been blocked there by Smythe, who's now got the ball in the middle to Morris. Morris controls it. He's got some space to run into. Beats one man. Can he go all the way? He's through. He says a great save, Harker. O'Connor's going to go for the shot. It's high and over the top and into the road down the street, but a brilliant chance for James Morris. Scored twice against Stockton at their ground. He's just beat two men. Left foot to the shot, tries to beat Harker, but the outstretching left leg of the goalkeeper stops it from becoming 1-0 to the Steels. Brilliant from James. So he remains goalless after that brilliant chance for James Morris. Ball launched long, head away by Ingleton. Morris knocks it on. Rawson tries to head out. There's a good chest work there, but he just couldn't find Deacon as it goes all the way back to Harker, who tries to delay his clearance. It hasn't gone well for him. He sliced it, and he's going to be contesting an attacking third for Stocksbridge, and almost won the ball. And they have won the ball. He's trying to slip through O'Connor now, but well covered by Bramwell. But his clearance is only going to go to Tinker. His touch takes him out wide. Smythe has gone wide for him. Forward to Deacon. Back to Kay. Out to Smythe. In the middle now with Deacon. He gets it forward to Morris, who just can't hold it up, and Stockton has the ball back. But Stockbridge have grown into this one. But Stockton on the counter-attack. Great sliding challenge from Morris, who then gets the ball back from O'Connor. Now Morris is looking for the cross, tries to get it in, cleared away by Nicholson. We'll go into the midfield. Kays have battling for it, and he got a touch on it, but it's just ricocheted out to Josh Scott. And now a counter-attack is on as it's forward to Purewall. Purewall is only going to Owen to beat here. Here comes Purewall running, moves into the box, left with a strike, blocked by Owen, goes out for a corner. It's a really good counter from Purewall, but Owen was tracking him all the way. Corner kick to Stockton. Rossington Main are playing their biggest match ever today in the FA Vars. They kicked off a bit earlier than usual, but they are losing 2-0 to West Didsbury and Charlton in the third round of the Vars. Billy Matthews has scored. There's a lot of former Steels in that Rossington lineup. People like Reece Fielding and Cody Pryor. The ball goes short, and then a shot here from Bramwell goes over the bar. Let's see why he had to go, but Townsend would be happy for those shots to come in all day. So back with Townsend now. Joe Tomlinson shouting out orders during that attack. Obviously he is the new man on the bench today as Mark Fetwell returns to the reserves. Tomlinson though has plenty of experience as a manager himself, despite he's very young. He's not the MK Dons man, turns out there is a Joe Tomlinson who plays for MK Dons who looks very similar and has fooled a few of our fans into thinking that was a bit of a coup. I think he'd be playing if he was signed from MK Dons today. 19 minutes gone in this game. The ball is back with Harker.
Stockton started with the back three. Obviously late, forced away from Stockton Kevin Hayes. Plan anyway.
Just taking it slowly, Harker, as he picks it up after having it at his feet. Possession, you can see Stocksbridge going back in the possession, so it's now 45 possession for the Steels. As it's headed on here by Pettigene, but cleared away by Owen. Wilson will contest, but head back out by Coulthard. Out towards the left. Big challenge there from Pettigene. That could be a red. He didn't connect with anyone. Well, he did at the end, actually. That is... It would not shock me with the way the game is now if that is a red card for Jake Pettigene. He's trying to get Pettigene on his own with Nicholson protesting. It's at least a yellow card. This could be more because he was off his feet completely. We just wait to see what Matthew Langdon decides. You hear the ooze from the crowd when, as soon as he basically left his feet for that challenge. Referee now just going to talk to Pettigene, who is a talisman, and it looks like it will just be a yellow. It's a bit of a let-off. One of those that could have gone either way. And remember, when players go off their feet like that, it doesn't matter if you cleanly get the ball these days. If the referee sees both sets of studs, if he sees one clean pair of studs, he has the full right to give the red, but it will be a yellow card for Jake Pettigene. It could have been a red with a different referee on a different day. Townsend will... The ball is by the edge of the centre circle. Townsend, big boot for the ball. Harker will claim it though as the rain starts to pour at Brackenmore. And Harker will launch this long. Head away by Owen. Now Smythe away. Rawson's offside, but instead he goes to Morris and then lofts it at the top. Because Deakin gets it first. No, he's well covered there by Barrett, allows the keeper to clear it away. I do have to say that this defence knows when to help its keeper and when to let him get the ball. First goal in the NPL is in Lancaster. Rushall Olympic have taken the lead. A bit against the run, well, against form that is. Carter Lycett, the goal scorer. Tinker long, lofts one high. Headed away. Kay will send it out to the right. Headed away again. And Stockton retain it. Rooted away by Thompson. Purewell trying to go through. Purewell has got through. Oh, take down this. That's a free kick. That could be a red card. That could be a red card for last man. But the thing that'd be it's going to be a yellow card. And the yellow there is because it was an honest attempt to get the ball. And that is what the rules would apply. So Elliot Owen will get a yellow card for that. I believe it's because that will be given because it was a deliberate attempt to try and get to the ball, and because there weren't enough belief that I think because also Eagledon was on the other side, the referee will have believed that was enough cover for it not to play a clear goal scoring opportunity. So it's a yellow card to Elliot Owen. We could be down to 10v10 here.
Oh, shut up. Shut up, you dickhead.
So, will be a free kick that'll be taken by Jake Pettigrew. It's one of those where I suppose you could say it could be, both could be down to 10 men at this point, very easily. Again, different referee, different day, different viewpoint. It's unless you want VAR and AI doing it, which probably will happen at some point. That's future, but both teams will remain with 11v11. Here comes the free kick, and it's off target in the end. Took a deflection, and it will be a corner kick. Emma Purewell did well though to sneak through the defenders and cause that problem and force Owen into doing something. Actually, I think the booking on Northern Premier League given to Paul Eagledon. We thought it was Elliot Owen who had done that. Well fun. And actually, as a corner is headed away, we'll talk about it a bit later, as the ball is currently with Bramwell, about 30 yards out, crosses one to the far side of the box, headed away by Rawson, who's trying to get the next one. He brings it down, knocks away, but then King gets it forward into midfield as Stockton. Switch it out to Thompson really nicely. Thompson lost it in the middle, Pure misses the header, and it's almost into the far post. It would have been an own goal as it's another corner for Stockton. Jake Pettigrew will go over to take the corner. In the Vars, Liversidge are 1-0 up on North Shields. Alex Wallerton has scored. And Frickley 1-0 up on Fackley. That's in the NCL. Swiss Robinson, the goal scorer. And the referee's having future. Yeah, just to say, Paul Eagledon's the man who's been put down for the booking. And that actually means Eagledon was further back than Elliot Owen in that chase. And that would make that an absolutely fair yellow card if it is actually Eagledon who's committed that foul. Ball forward, headed on at the near post, and then Eagledon does head it away. Back it goes to the number 4 King, who takes a shot, blocked by Rawson, who's doing some good defensive work today. Back it will go into defence, heavy touch, and Morris will get his foot in, and he gets it now to break. O'Connor back to Morris on the right. Morris tries to cut into the middle now. He's got 2 defenders ahead of him. Tries to go sideways, pass blocked. O'Connor will look to rescue it. First time, gets it out to Smythe. It's a great pass from Alex O'Connor. Smythe crossing blocked. Tinker's going to try to be the first man onto it. He does. He brings it down into the middle to Kay. Kay wants to turn. Slowly does it and out to Smythe. That's allowed a few players to press. Kay tries to knock it over the top. It took a deflection, throwing for Stocksbridge. It's back and forth this game. It's very entertaining. Manager of the month curse seems to be happening. Hebbins, Daniel Moore won it, and now they're 1-0 down at Hyde. Taylor McMahon, the goal scorer. The last time he scored was against Stocksbridge. And Bamber Bridge have taken the lead away at Workington. Jack Baxter, the man with the goal. Smythe will put the ball in. The far post. Morris brings it down. He's unmarked. It's it. Cleared off the line. Morris gets it back. Morris tries to put it back in the middle. Goes to the edge of the box. Kay hits it. Blocked again. And Stockton trying to get it. Goes to the edge of the area again. It's Smythe. He's trying to knock it out the left. No one's there for it. Did he take a deflection for a corner? No. That's brilliant defending by Stockton. James Morris. He hit that as well as you can hit it, but The defender, I believe it was Adam Nicholson, has got back and blocked it on the line. It could be 1-0 Steels. So ball will be back with Harker. It's quite very exciting this at the moment, as Tottenham have taken the lead against Brentford. Richarlison has put them 1-0 up. That would be, I think, their first home win since the start of the season. As the ball is cleared away, headed on. Owen will put it back in the middle. Kay knocks it over the top, then just got underneath it a bit. Richarlison goes through the back of Thompson, and that will be a free kick. Charles was just told to calm down a bit on that one. Maltby Main are 1-0 down. Now that's to Gould. Joe Snowden has scored. Gould back 2-1 up against Nostelman's Welfare. James Ailes has scored, while Doncaster City are 1-1 with Brigg. Brigg took the lead through Josh Batty before Ben Dyer equalised. Here comes the loop ball in, headed across the 6-yard area. Stockton will get it on this left-hand side, but being forced further out by Alex O'Connor. Gets him out of the box. Now with Thompson, he scored the disallowed goal earlier. Puts the ball in, blocked by Kay, a throw-in for Stockton. 28 minutes gone. So King throws it sideways, and then it's a lofted ball. Townsend will claim it. Underneath his bar, he did have Purewell coming in, who is a very difficult man to deal with in aerial situations. And Townsend is launching the ball forward, headed away by Coulthard. Back out now for Barrett, who will collect it. He's got plenty of space. And back to Coulthard again, who launches it long. Looking for Purewell. Head away by Owen though, and then back out to the left. Deakin back to Tinker, who gets it forward. Now Kay. Back to Iggulden. And now Charlesworth. Charlesworth tries a looping ball. No one's there to run on it. Morris will drop deeper. And Nicholson will just, well, he'll let it go out for a goal kick. Oh, we got a guest in the crowd. Looks like Charlie Oglesby, the former Steel, has come here. He actually scored against Stockton Town at the Matt Group UK Stadium at the start of the 23-24 season, which, well, that was actually the first goal to be scored at the Matt Group UK Stadium that year. The last one wasn't, well, the winning penalty that got Stockton promoted to the NPL Prem. And Charlie Oglesby remains good friends with Jordan Lemon, the newly made permanent manager. All the way along, headed on by Purewell. Iggulden's clearance is blocked, goes into the air. Owen heads it further away. Deakin gets it forward. Brought down by Smythe. Back to Kay and trying to get it forward, and Smythe just couldn't have control of it. It will go out for a throw-in. You know, Charlie Oglesby actually remains our most viewed person on TikTok in terms of a 180,000 viewed video of Winterton man, Sam Ainsley, he's doing a very powerful shot right into the plums. As it turns out, that's what TikTok wants to see. They want to see man getting hit by football, quite literally. Ball forward. Wilson will head it on. Morris will look to get onto this, and he does. Tries to knock it past Nicholson, but he blocks it with his chest. It will go out for a throw-in. Cleethorpes have taken the lead against FC United. Bailey Conway has scored. As Tinker is charging under left wing here, crossing high, loft one that will go behind for a goal kick. The only hope there was that it would took a deflection on the way. Morpeth Town are also ahead against Prescott Cables. William Dowling has scored. It's not really good for our bottom three hopes at the moment of trying to get out of them. So back currently with Harker. Ball will go forward. Headed on, and then Tinker will clear away. Out for another Stockton throw-in. Oh, a couple of goals in the Premier League. Manchester City are 1-0 up on Sunderland. Alves Diaz, the scorer. While Newcastle United are 1-0 up on Burnley. Bruno Guimaraes has scored. So basically, if you are a Magpie right now, That's the minute you dream of. A goal for Newcastle, a goal for Sunderland. I imagine at the St James's Park they'll have announced that right afterwards, just to keep the party going. Ball for look for Rawson to get through, but it should be covered here by Coulthard, who has to turn out of trouble. Sizer, and he gives it to Morrissey, who's trying to charge down the left-hand side, and he wanted help on the left, but didn't get it, and it's now cleared away. As there's a handball, and it is a handball. Stockton trying to get the counter-attack going, but we'll go back for a Steele's free kick. The goal at Ewood Park. Blackburn Rovers have taken the lead against Sheffield Wednesday. Ohashi, who scored against Sheffield Wednesday last season at Ewood Park, has scored the goal. See, we played at Hillsborough on Wednesday and we were beaten on penalties by the Young Owls and Pierce Charles. As well as the rain chucking it down here at Brackenmore, as we will get a proper test of the drainage here. And here comes a loop ball towards the far post. Rawson, touch out to the right. Owen trying to get onto it, but Harker collects first. Pierce Charles is actually playing today for Sheffield Wednesday as well, after playing against us. So we put 3 past the Northern Ireland International. Which is not something to say, because he could be at the World Cup next summer if Northern Ireland managed to beat Italy and another team in the final. As the ball will go out for Stockton throwing deep in their own half. I think we're going to need a few people with pitchforks out there very soon. Charles launching it forward, headed on into midfield. Back it goes to Harker. Step up well forward. Over the top, and Townsend will play it. Now Deakin. In the middle, 2K. Back to Tinker. And well, it's a long ball that from Tinker, and it goes all the way out for a goal kick. Been a very entertaining game here at Brackenmore, despite the scoreline. Both teams could have had a chance, but could have had goals so far. They've had chances. As Manchester City have gone 2-0 up on Sunderland. Jonas Gvardiol, the scorer. There's Brugge 2-1 up on Doncaster City. Josh Batty has scored the latest goal. Back for Parker, who launches it long from the goal kick, but he just ends up sending out for a throw-in. Do go wonder, if you're a keeper in this weather, it must be one of the most miserable experiences in your life. As the ball is launched on, headed away, and there was a free kick fouled by Stocksbridge in the midst there, so Stockton will get the ball back as it has quietened down this game in the last 5 minutes. Near the Botham's advertising hoarding. Sheffield FC have taken lead against Campion. Former Stockbridge player Harrison Poulter has scored. As O'Connor gets the ball after it was cleared, and it slips all the way through. Can Morris get through now? No, it's a good stride there from Nicholson to pinch that ball and clear it away. Deceptive pace from the big centre-back who has followed Stockton all the way up through the leads. Charlesworth now will have the throw-in. North Shields have equalised against Liversidge. Nelson Ogbeye has scored. That's a FA Vars match. Charlesworth long ball along, headed on by Rawson into the box, but it'll be headed away, and to Morris in the edge of the box. Trying to find space. Deakin's trying to find space now. It's a pass getting to him, but a good tackle, and now they're going to try to get on the counter-attack. Josh Scott on the right, looking for Purewell. Purewell will let it go past him, but Charlesworth just dropped back deep, and Charlesworth shoved over, nothing given, and it's a fair one. And Charlesworth is appealing for a free kick. He's down, injured. Ball forward. It's a great ball here. Onto the right. Can Stockton take the lead? Takes a block corner kick. Josh Scott there with the effort blocked, and Charlesworth wants the free kick. It was a 50-50 one that could have been given either way. Stockton though went forward, tried to take advantage. Rossington Main's FA Vars journey is about to end. West Didsbury and Charlton now winning 3-0. There, Victor Abadaki, the goal scorer. Here comes a short one. Yeah, out to Bramwell, then back out to the right, ball in. Takes deflection, another corner kick, Stockton. Some pressure building here from the anchors. I think you're going to need an anchor to be able to, in this weather, just to stay in one position. I think the Sea of Stocksbridge might open up. This pitch is famous for how well it does deal with rain, but this is going to be a huge test for it. It reminds me of Grimsby Borough. Shot to Bramwell. Takes touch, right football into the middle, and then knocked away to the edge of the area to King. King trying to avoid tackle. Pass forward, takes the block from Purewell. Tries to get out to the left. Don't know where the last touch came from. It came from a Stockton player. Will be another Stockton throw in. Lots of pressure from the away team at the moment. 38 minutes gone. Well, on the left here for the anchors. Back to Bramwell. Lots of ball away from Kay, then back to Gallagher. Now Bramwell again. Forward, onto the left. Back again to Bramwell. Gallagher trying to be an overlap. Instead he's going to go for the middle. Now look at Gallagher, but he said, well, shot to Thompson in the middle. Flex and still Thompson trying to go, then a tackle in at the last minute from Rawson. And Thompson going away. Now Deakin, who's going forward, will hold the ball. Out to Smythe on the left. Deakin charging forward to be over. Smythe just get the touch on it. Now Tinker, loads of pace as Tinker goes forward. Gets in the middle now to Deakin. Deakin forward to the left. O'Connor, not offside. Thought he might have been for a second. Too slow though, but Tinker's still on it. And then the tackle goes in from Barrett, who's had a really good performance, and he clears it away. Purewell holding up nicely, but then his pass forward blocked by Owen. Back into the middle, and then O'Connor gets it forward into Smythe. Back out to Owen. Forward, O'Connor trying to turn and loses it, and it almost slipped through there to Morris, but Stockton get the ball. Now out to the left to Thompson, who can isolate Charlesworth here. Instead he's going to go back in the middle, tries to angle. Charlesworth left one on Thompson on that occasion. As it goes back to the right here, Josh Scott on the ball. He's got options in the middle, looking for them, headed away by Owen. And then O'Connor tries to head away, but he just gives it right back to Josh Scott. Stockton are finishing this half in top form at the moment. Thompson out left, block, Kay intercepts, and will carry it out. Now outright to Rawson. Rawson lofting one over the top for Morris to chase. And Morris could, it's just bounced away from him at the last. 40 minutes gone, 0-0 here, but Stockton are in the ascendancy at the moment. Lancaster City's match against Rushall has been abandoned due to the waterlogged pitch. So that's something that we're probably going to have a few checks on today with the weather, though. As we said, this pitch is very, very good at this sort of drainage. That's why we've had very, very few waterlogged pitches over the years. Pensford a 1-0 against Warrington Rylands. Who else? Montel Gibson has scored. Ball forward, headed away. And we'll end up going out for a throw-in, a Stockton throw-in. Sheffield United a 2-0 upon Stoke City. Sariki has scored for the Blades. As well on the right hand side here, Barrett having it. Ball forward, headed up, back away. Another throw-in, pretty much identical position. Barrett's taking his time with it. I don't think the other player standing in this pouring rain will thank him for that. Ball forward. That works well. Oh, he'll head it away. And then knocked out by Stockton. Another throw in. Pretty much identical position as we were. Gainsborough taking the lead against Warrington Town. Johnny Margaret has scored. Again, who else? As Stocksbridge have won the ball back, it's not gone out for a throw-in yet. As Townsend launches it forward, looking for Rawson. Headed away though by Coulthard. Iggulden gets it forward again, goes past the It's a shame that Smythe didn't commit to the run. Deacon's going to try and put pressure here on Barrett, and it will go out for a throw-in to the away side, but deep towards their own flag. It's raining so much that somehow some rain has got on my screen about 6 rows up. And I don't know where that could have come from. There's been a stoppage, he's going out of play for his Stocksbridge throw in at some point. Genuinely wondering how that's happening because I can't feel anything. There must be a hole in the stand somewhere at the top of us. So, ball thrown forward, headed away. Kay tries to get it forward, but then it's turned back, not lofted over the top, and it's just going to go out for a throw-in right next to the flag. Well, that's a bit of a shock scoreline. It's weird to say it is, but Ipswich are beating Coventry 1-0. Igili, the goal scorer. Throwing going in, headed away. Goes to Rawson on the edge of the area on the left hand side. Back out to the left. Cross, high lofted one. Morris rises, but it goes over his head. Rawson tries to get something on the clearance. Kay returns it back in the box, but it's cleared away again. Iggulden tries to head it back into the friendly field. Kay knocks it on. Smythe can't do out, he was offside, but Deakin will charge onto it, and back it goes to Harker, who will boot that one away. Kay gets it forward, and Rawson's going to try and contest it, but knocked away from him. Back out to the left to Bramwell, who sends it down here to Thompson. Some good play here from Stockton as it goes to Scott. Now looking for Purewell on the right. It's a great ball. Gets it over the top of Tinker. Now Purewell on the right wing. He's been held up by Tinker. Close to the box. Back out to the right. Gives it to King. King tries to short pass down. Blocked, but he will keep possession. Now gets it down to the right, but that's blocked off. Stockbridge will clear it away, but only goes back to Coulthard. Brought down well. Back to Nicholson. We're going to get a minute of added time here. As Coulthard being allowed to run here. Back out to the left to Thompson. He's going one-on-one with Charles. We're going to take it round the outside. Charles have got a foot in, but Thompson will keep the ball. Ball puts across in, blocked by Charles. A throw in for Stockton. Sheffield United now 3-0 up against Stoke. Patrick Bamford has scored. The Blades having a brilliant day. And Tottenham 2-0 up on Brentford. Xavi Simons, the scorer. Ball back in midfield now as Bramwell has it. Out to go to Gallagher, plays ball bit Bill, then the ball back, and it will be a Stocksbridge throw-in as that pass did not find its man. So that for Charles left to take this throw-in. Ball going forward now. Away and then out, and then for it's cleared. Going to be another Stocksbridge throwing, very similar position to where it was before. And then, but no, there won't be any more of the game. That's it, it's half time here. 0-0 between Stocksbridge and Stockton. A very entertaining game actually, plenty of chances for both teams. Both teams could have goals, both teams could have had red cards as well. It's been a very interesting one to say. It's just 0-0. We'll see you in 15 minutes. Now, Sheffield Wednesday are back in the tournament for the first time in many decades and are looking to try and at least get time with Worksop. Oh, they know that a win here today will take them to the quarterfinals and a trip to Barnsley under 23. Stockbridge Park Steels, though, have never lost at Hillsborough in 4 visits to this ground, having visited here for several Sheffield Senior Cup finals. The last time for the Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then in born and bred Wednesday fan Tom Charles up at right back. Jack Tinker is the captain today at left back. Sam Kay comes in for the injured Curtis Turner. Elliot Owen and Paul Iggulden are at centre back. Alfie Bradshaw makes his first Steel start on loan from Nottingham Forest. Alex O'Connor returns to the first team, while Luke Rawson, James Morris and Oliver Greyslack make up the front three. The bench is Danny Deakin, Mikey Roxburgh, Alfie Wilkinson, Connor Smythe and Tommy Marshall. Physicality from these sort of set pieces. And here the whistle goes as the right for the ball from O'Connor going towards goal. Head of the post, just over. Early chance for the Steels. James Morris with the header at the near post. Charles. Go out to the right again to Emery. This is probably, well, Stockton will be happy for him to play as patiently as this. It's another one. It's Granger now. He'll look to turn it on. Granger getting a run down the right hand side, breaks into the box on the right hand side, takes a shot. Well saved. Townsend near post. Corner kick Wednesday. Will Granger there just. Here comes the corner, left-footed, in-swinger, right in the middle. Head to edge here, to McGee. McGee takes a strike, and it's through Townsend's legs, and the Wednesday are ahead. And that is the way Stocksbridge Park Seals would not want to have proceeded to a set-piece to a youth team. It's headed out to left. Cole McGee completely unmarked. Townsend will keep it himself, lays it out for Owen. I don't think quite aware that he was the one who was meant to get on the ball. The pass forward is poor in Act 2, and then Cam Watt will intercept. Bradshaw is the man who was aiming to get. Bradshaw just wins the ball. High up Bradshaw, running at the man. He wants to get it on his right. He's looking for the shot. He's been shoved off, takes a shot, blocked and deflected. Greyslack's going to shield that, and Stocksbridge Park Seals have a corner. Alfie Bradshaw. He's back to Charles. Over to the right now to Camwa. Bringing it down. Gets it away from Bradshaw. Now Camwa just having room to roam here. Knock it over the top. Looking here for Bayliss. Bayliss going one-on-one. Knocks it past Townsend and past the far post. It remains 1-0. It's a big chance for Wednesday. It's a great ball. Short pass taken, then out towards Evers on the left-hand side, and he'll now go forward with it. Out to the right to Granger. He's the man on the top, and he's trying to slip through Evers. Evers trying to go wide here. Evers takes a shot, takes a deflection to Moses. It's 2-0. It's a little deflection that's just handed the ball right to Devlin Moses, and he's tucked it in from basically the penalty spot. Ben Townsend again not happy, but the Sheffield Wednesday are 2-0 up here. Devlin Moses, the man who's got the goal. Connor. Here comes the ball in towards the near post. Header towards by Morris, and it's bundled in the back of the net. It's a clumsy, ugly goal. It's James Morris with the near post header. I think we're going to get to him. I don't think Iggulden was able to get anything on at the far post, but it looks like James Morris has scored his 8th of the season, and the Steels have one back. Anyway, only to Shipston, sideways to Thornton, who can find Camwa. Camwa in a lot of space here. Going sideways and back to Shipston, out to the right. Here is they're looking for some space here, Sheffield Wednesday. Now sideways to Johnson, who's come very far forward. Now Evers. Evers with a fancy footwork, cross in. It's a nice looking cross, just no one went for it. Head away, Bailey tries to head it down. Moses, edge of the box, back to Thornton. Thornton takes a shot. It's well wide of the near post. Here on this side, closest to the south. Back to Charles, who will not keep a clean sheet against Stocksbridge today, having been beaten by James Morris's header in the first half. Finds a short one to Thornton. Thornton loses it here. Morris turns. Rawson's here to play in, but it's eventually Morris is going to go on his own. Takes a shot, curls, deflects deflection. Charles is racing out to front to go out for a corner. Just about gets to it with a sliding challenge. And interim management. Lemon launching it long towards the near post. It bounces awkwardly, and eventually Wednesday clear. Bounce away from the goal, thankfully for the home team. Townsend will collect this as it stays in play towards the side closest to us. He's trying to switch it over to the far side, and Iggulden's one trying to win the header. Headed on, goes to right, ricochets, slip. Iggulden takes a finish. What a finish from Paul Iggulden! That's not a finish from a centre back. That's a finish from a striker. Absolutely brilliant from the former Hull City man. It's come to him on the edge of the area. It's a curling shot. Beats Pierce Charles. What a goal from Paul Iggulden. It's 2-2 here. So, with a right-footed corner. Good look right in the 6-yard area. Iggulden heads it away, uncontested. Wednesday will pick it back up on the right here through Sapala. Back out to Akpobi. Poby looking to turn. He's going down the right. Bit of tricky play. Poby has a bit about him. Through into the middle. Touched away. Back it goes to Oliver. Sideways. Here comes a long range shot. Hell of a goal. It's 3-2 Wednesday. I think that might be Jarvis Thornton. Yes, it was Jarvis Thornton with a goal. And Wednesday, against the run of play really, are back ahead. Here comes Deaky. Takes a free kick. It's on target. Charles saves it and palms it up into the air and then claims it at the second attempt. He's on target. So we need to start throwing things forward, and it's a switch over to the left, and it's a really good switch here. Now to Smythe. Smythe, big length of footwork. Back it out. Across into the middle. Looks for Rawson. Rawson takes a shot. Fires it. 3-3. Lou Rawson has equalised. Wednesday's defending will disappoint Giles Coke in the touchline. They were slow to everything there. Rawson had about 2 or 3 touches before he fired it, but Rawson has the equaliser. It's game on again here. Here comes another corner, looking for that. In the middle. Strong header, Adam. Great save, Pierce Charles. And then it goes out for a goal kick after Wilton closes it down. Ball forward and then cleared away by Wednesday. Charlesworth will return it back. Can Rawson win this header? He lets it go past Morris. Will get it down in the box on the left-hand side. He needs a bit of help. He's got Deakin there. He will eventually find Deakin, who puts the cross in. Rawson lets it go past. Hit by Wilkinson. It's over. That should be 4-3. Owen did force a brilliant save from Charles earlier. Here comes another corner. Look for that far post. Header from Ingleton over the bar. Ingleton close to his second. Long ball forward. Headed away by Charlesworth. Wilson will contest it, but Hayworth can make it to him. Nice little flip through here to Bayliss, who charges forward. He could have the winner here, Bayliss. Bayliss, he's just lost track of it. Now he fires wide. Goal kick. So Roxburgh, right foot forward, looking to go forward, and Rawson's man is going to try and win this header. Heads it on, flicks on, goes past Owen and then cleared away. Just didn't get the angle on the header. It's the end of 90 minutes. We will go to a penalty shootout in the FA Trophy earlier this season. Can he improve on that? He did score the equaliser that's forced it to penalties. Rawson takes it. It's a great penalty. Rawson scores. Very tidy finish. Actually, pretty much from the penalty spot. A left-footed penalty for Moses. As he faces up with Roxburgh in front of the cop. Takes a shot, sends Roxburgh the wrong way. It is 1-1 after 1 penalty each. 2 of the last 3 seasons, Stockbridge have gone out on penalty shootouts of this tournament. He takes a penalty, and he hits the bar! First blood to Wednesday. Take this penalty. Here comes Thornton's penalty. It'll be a right-footed one. Takes it. Saved by Roxburgh! So Deakin here. The Sheffield United fan from their academy. Here comes Deakin. Takes a shot. That's saved! Phillips saves it to his left. 2 misses in a row for Stocksbridge. Thanks to Cole McGee's injury. Can Roxburgh make another save? He goes right-footed. He does! It stays 1-1 after 3 penalties each. Did here, back at the end of August. Phillips is taking his time, getting back to line, just adjusting his socks. A bit of gamesmanship. Here comes Smythe, run up, hits it. Great penalty from Connor Smythe. It's 2-1 to the Steels. There'll be a left-footed one from the defender. Takes it, sends keeper wrong way. It's 2-2 after 4. We're basically in sudden death now. So Marshall here, with a chance to pile the pressure onto Sheffield Wednesday. Phillips again taking his time. He's trying to make Marshall wait for it as he enters the centre. Here comes Marshall. Thumbs up. Great penalty from Marshall. It's 3-2. No gamesmanship from Roxburgh. No mind games. Emery will be a short run up. Emery hits it. In. It's sudden death. And Phillips is taking his time. He's learnt some tricks from the elder keepers, both Pierce Charles and Have enough for the penalty taken. Wednesday had a good breather penalty. Wilson takes it over the bar. Wednesday have the chance to win it. Obviously, it's a rough one, missing a penalty in this sort of situation. So back with Evers to take the penalty. And it's in. Wednesday will win the shootout. They go through to the next round. They will travel to Barnsley to try and put in the quarter-final. Stocksbridge head out at the earliest stage of this tournament since 2019. It is a disappointment after they fought. Now, Sheffield Wednesday are back in the tournament for the first time in many decades and are looking to try and at least get tie with Worksop. Well, they know that a win here today will take them to the quarterfinals and a trip to Barnsley under 23. Stocksbridge Park Steels, though, have never lost at Hillsborough in 4 visits to this ground, having visited here for several Sheffield Senior Cup finals. The last time for the Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then in born and bred Wednesday fan Tom Charles up at right back. Jack Tinker is the captain today at left back. Sam Kay comes in for the injured Curtis Turner. Elliot Owen and Paul Iggulden are at centre back. Alfie Bradshaw makes his first Steel start on loan from Nottingham Forest. Alex O'Connor returns to the first team, while Luke Rawson, James Morris and Oliver Grejlak make up the front three. The bench is Danny Deakin, Mikey Roxburgh, Alfie Wilkinson, Connor Smythe and Tommy Marshall. Physicality from these sort of set pieces. And here the whistle goes as the right for the ball from O'Connor going towards goal. Header near post, just over. Early chance for the Steels. James Morris with the header at the near post. Charles. Now out to the right again to Emery. This is probably, well, Stockton will be happy for him to play as patiently as this. It's well, one is Granger now will look to turn it on. Granger getting a run down the right hand side, breaks into the box on the right hand side, takes a shot, well saved Townsend, near post, corner kick Wednesday. Will Granger there just. Here comes the corner, left-footed, in-swinger, right in the middle. Head to edge here to McGee. McGee takes a strike, and it's through Townsend's legs, and the Wednesday are ahead. And that is the way when Stocksbridge Park Steels would not want to have conceded to a set piece to a youth team. It's headed out to left. Cole McGee completely unmarked. Townsend will keep it himself, lays it out for Owen. I don't think quite aware that he was one who was meant to get on the ball. The pass forward is poor in Act 2, and then Cam Watt will intercept. Bradshaw is the man who was aimed to it. Bradshaw just wins the ball. High up Bradshaw, running at the man. He wants to get it on his right. He's looking for the shot. He's been shoved off, takes a shot, blocked and deflected. Grejlak's going to shield that, and Stockbridge Park Steels have a corner. Alfie Bradshaw is back to Charles. Over to the right now to Camwa. Bringing it down. Gets it away from Bradshaw. And Camwa just having room to roam here. Knock it over the top. Looking here for Bayless. Bayless going one-on-one. Knocks it past Townsend and past the far post. It remains 1-0. It's a big chance for Wednesday. It's a great ball. Short pass taken, then out towards Evers on the left-hand side, and he'll now go forward with it. Out to the right to Granger. He's the man on the stop, and he's trying to slip through Evers. Evers trying to go wide here. Evers takes a shot, takes a deflection to Moses. It's 2-0. It's a little deflection that's just handed the ball right to Devlin Moses, and he's tucked it in from basically the penalty spot. Ben Townsend again not happy, but the Sheffield Wednesday are 2-0 up here. Devlin Moses, the man who's got the goal. Connor. Here comes the ball in towards the near post. Header towards by Morris, and it's bundled in the back of the net. It's a clumsy, ugly goal. It's James Morris with the near post header. I think we're going to get to him. I don't think Iggulden was able to get anything on at the far post, but it looks like James Morris has scored his 8th of the season, and the Steels have one back. Anyway, only to Shipston, sideways to Thornton, who can find Camwa. Camwa in a lot of space here. Going sideways and back to Shipston, out to the right. Here is they're looking for some space here, Sheffield Wednesday. Now sideways to Johnson, who's come very far forward. Now Evers. Evers with a fancy footwork, cross in. It's a nice looking cross, just no one went for it. Head away, Bayless tries to head it down. Moses, edge of the box, back to Thornton. Thornton takes a shot. It's well wide of the near post. Here on this side, closest to the south. Back to Charles, who Well, not to keep a clean sheet against Stocksbridge today, having been beaten by James Morris's header in the first half. Finds a short one, 2. Hello and welcome back to Bracken Moor for the second half of this match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Stockton Town. It's 0-0 here, been an entertaining first half, both teams could have scored goals. I can't imagine we go the full length of this game without a goal, and we are now back underway. Stockton have got us underway, they're wearing the all red kit, kicking from left to right, while Stockton Town are in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, kicking from right to left. Contest in the middle and then launched away by Kay. We'll go through the teams for you now. So for Stocksbridge, there's no changes at the break. It's Ben Townsend in goal, Tom Charlesworth, Jack Tinker, Sam Kay, Elliot Owen, Paul Eagledon, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morrison, Connor Smythe. That free kick was just Stockbridge giving one away in an attacking area. The bench for the Steels is Alpha Wilkinson, Jack Watson, Tony Marshall, Louis Brown and Jordan Lemon. Stockton Town, it's Nathan Harker, Ryan Barrett, Jamie Bramwell, Lewis King, Adam Nicholson, Tom Coulthard, Stephen Thompson, Jake Pettigene, Josh Scott, Amir Puwal and Owen Gallagher. On the bench is Cameron Painter, Onion Purewell, Michael Sweet and Thomas Birtles. Harker will take this free kick. Harker will launch it long, goes past Purewell. Scott just trying to peel off, but Owen has it covered and plays it out to Smythe, holds it up back to Deakin, who launched it up. Morris will contest it, but well done by Nicholson there. He just takes it out wide and clears it away. No nonsense from him as Tinker will try to head it back. Can be allowed to go out for a throw-in. Stockton coaching staff still returning to, but concerningly for the Steels, James Morris, who has been Stockton's best player today, is currently down on the ground looking hurt, but he is actually going to return to his feet now, so that's good news for the Steels. Before the break, Newcastle United went 2-up on Burnley. Anthony Gordon, the goal scorer. As the ball is launched forward, headed away though. Now Stockton have it back. Nice little turn there, and we'll get it out to the right. Here's with Barrett, the on-loan man. In the middle, Thompson. Now it's the number 4, Lewis King, as he gets it back out to Nicholson. And then it's a ball forward, but it's forward to nobody. Will be a goal kick. So we'll be back with Townsend now.
All those broke exist, he's the young. I'm going to buy one. I just got a picture of one of these.
Being well forward and bouncing awkwardly in the air, but Rawson has come away with it. Gets the ball forward, and it's a really good ball, just knocked away from Morris before he can get to him. It was Coulthard with a good tackle. I think Stockton have seen Morris has done quite well against this defence. He's already done it once this season, and scoring twice over at the MacRoot UK Stadium. And obviously seems to have something that Coulthard and Nicholson do struggle with. Back to the right, Charles, if his pass forward is blocked, Kay will collect it in deep. If he falls backwards now, he tries to knock it back, but it's Stockton in all sorts of trouble there. Eventually goes out for a Stockton throw, and that's all the pressure there from the away side, working really effectively. So it's 48 minutes gone, 0-0 here, throwing for Stockton just inside the Steel's half. And they get forward, but then Charles intercepts, clears away. Smythe will head it on. It's just a shame no one's there for it. Some good ideas again for Stockton, just giving the people in the right area. Good tackle there from Tinker, and then a well inside tackle from Smythe. It'll go out for a Stockton throw-in, but Steel's certainly up for it in this second half. At the very least, unlike last Saturday, the game's not gone already. It was already 4-0 down at this point last week. As Smythe got a foot in there, but Barrett kept the ball, ended up just sending it down. He took a little block off Deakin. Stockton have a throw-in. Back it goes to Barrett, then back in midfield Cade pressures for Stockton back into their own half. It's brilliant work. It's going to go all the way back to Harker. Morris will press because it took a bit of an awkward bounce on the wet field out there. Owen will head it away. Deakin fighting to keep it in. Back in the middle, Kay had to lunge to boulder it, but he ends up just steering out for a throw-in on the halfway line. Back with Barrett now. Back in the middle, back to Barrett. The field then knocks forward. Held up well. Sinker tries to watch it and take the tackle, and it will go out for a throw-in. So throwing back into the middle. King out to the left to Bramwell, and it will just go through everyone and go out for a throw-in. So back with Barrett now. Oh, sorry, with Charles for the throw-in. Steals ball. Goes forward, knocked on and trying to get into the path of Rawson, but he was just blocked off from it. Stockton will clear away. It's another throw-in for the home side. Very slow start to this half. As Frickley have taken a 2-goal lead against Fackley, Lucas Robinson has got that goal. Launch ball forward, headed back away. Kay intercepts, but then loses the ball after his first touch went away from him. Stockton tried to get it out to the right wing, but Tinker intercepts Clearway. Took a bit of an awkward deflection, but Coulthard will now return it to Harker. Rawson is sprinting at full pace to try and get to him, but it is now launched away. Headed on and then knocked back, but out to the left here. Now Stockton will look to launch an attack all the way through to Thompson. He had it in the back of the net in the first half, but it was disallowed for offside. Back out to the right now. Coulthard forward, blocked and back out into defence. Stockton keeping possession very well at the moment, but now have been forced to go back to Harker. Taking his team. Launching it long. Goes over, brilliant, brought down by Purewell. Purewell, great shot! Oh, just wide from Purewell. It was a moment of inspiration from the former Hebburn man. Brings down a long ball brilliantly on his chest, hits it with a brilliant vicious shot, well hit. Townsend would never have been able to get to it, but it is wide of his far post. Remains 0-0. So back with Townsend now. We'll get it long here. Townsend trying to get to it, but it's headed away by Pettigene. Then knocked away by Bramwell. Tinker will head away. Brought down by King. Forward and then knocked away by Owen. O'Connell won it. Back out to Charles, who's just going to who's ball forward. Takes the deflection. They've done really well there on stopping Charles of getting his out balls. And slipping in is Thompson. Thompson into the box. Ball forward is blocked. He gets it back to the edge of the area. Lewis King, pass forward. Awkward by Stocksbridge defence, but just about get away, but only back to Stockton. Here comes another shot, blocked again. And then Stocksbridge do get it away. But then Stockton have whipped the ball back very quickly, and they'll keep this pressure on, but it's back in their own defence for now. Coulthard on the ball. So looking for the switch, and that switch has not found its man, and that will let the Steels off. Stockbridge will be quite happy with that. Hebburn have equalised against Hyde. Campbell Darcy has scored the goal. And Frickley are having a great day. They're 3-0 up now, in fact. Lucas Robinson has scored a hat-trick. Who likes him in the Vars games? Because there's some great names. I've just seen there's a Berks County. Which, you imagine there's a few Berks counties out there, but that's the official one. So we have a throw-in on the right-hand side again. Charles will have that throw. In a very dark Brackham Moor. The rain has eased off here, but I've had to get the torch on my phone so I can see the team sheet. Ball cleared away, headed away by Purewell. Great header from him, and it finds a man. Really, King charges forward, gets it out to Scott on the right, back in the middle. Deakin intercepts, and then some great 1-2 will find Deakin as Deakin gets it out. Now out to the right to Morris. Cutting in on the inside, back to O'Connor, gets it out to the right here, back to O'Connor, forward, and it's just a poor pass there that King able to intercept. Now Eagledon has it out to Charlesworth. Charlesworth out to the right, back to Charlesworth again as he goes down under pressure, but it's no foul given. That's what he would have wanted to. Now Casey going for it, and he trips his man, but the game will continue. Advantage has been given. Ball's gone out great to Barrett on the right, and then he just gets it all wrong. His cross. It will be a goal kick. That was brilliant football from Stockton. Unfortunately for them, Barrett wasn't able to get it right when it comes to the crunch area. Brigtown have gone 3-1 up on Doncaster City. Josh Jordan, the scorer, while Winterton 1-0 up on Aversley Red. Taylor Adams, the man with the goal. Winterton Town, who have just nosedived since being relegated from the Northern Premier League towards the bottom of the NCL Division 2, could be going into the Lincolnshire League if they aren't careful. But they are winning today. Ball forward, looking at it, and it just goes out of play. Townsend's kicks let him down on that occasion as we are 55 minutes into this one. Ball forward from Barrett was blocked. It's out for another Stockton throw-in. It's been an incredibly entertaining game this so far, though the second half hasn't really matched the first just yet. Smythe, great little touch from him. Now Rawson delayed that first pass, but then he finds Smythe, who has to batter to keep it in. He hasn't kept it. Well, it's an entry knocked out for, a Stockton's throwing, but they're right to be annoyed, Stockton, because that had gone out of play. Smythe had miscontrolled that. We saw Cleethorpes score from a similar thing against Stocksbridge. Is this where it gets evened up, as things do tend to? Well, no, it doesn't, because Stocksbridge have thrown it to someone who's knocked it out. I'm going to say that Stocksbridge were in fair play because they knew that should have been a throw-in to Stockton, and not pretend that was a bit rubbish. Ball forward, Kay just gets a touch but goes out for another throw-in. Couldn't have lasted it better for Kay, but he just couldn't hold on to it. Didn't get the good right touch. Cleethorpes are 2-0 up on FC United. Nicky Walker has doubled their lead. Ball forward, headed on, and Charles has got a touch, but then it's a great pass from Scott. Looking for Pettigee, but Townsend's out quickly. Brilliant clearance by Townsend as it's gone all the way into their half. And then ball forward by Nicholson, took a deflection but did find its man as Stockton looked to build from the left. But then Stockton passed it out of play. Stockton with Freud. It's a great ball there, but Townsend was aware of that the entire way and came out. So Townsend, who has done well so far in this match. Campion have equalised against Sheffield FC. Ewan Gregson has scored well. Albion Sports are 3-0 down to South Liverpool. Sullivan Barker, the man there. So Albion Sports are heading out to the FA Vars at the moment, barring a miracle. With Stockton for this throw-in. Launch forward, headed away. Another throw.
For the connection issues here at Stocksbridge, but now it's still Stocksbridge Mark Steele's 0, Stockton Town 0. There's a half a chance there for Stockton ball, and Townsend was over
into the middle here as Thompson gets out to the left, and now going forward here, plenty of pace in there. Here comes Stockton, but then good tackle in from Charlesworth, and it's going to be another Stockton throw-in as they're close to the box now. Stockton just distributing it in midfield. Ralston just can't get out, but it goes back to Nichol, now out to Barrett, now out to the right. Tickle deflection, took it into Tinker. Forward to Deakin. Deakin turns and finds Rawson on the left wing. Rawson trying to go down the left. He's slowing it down as he's facing up with Coulthard. Got an overlapping option. He's going to go on his own a bit, and he's playing himself into a bit of trouble. Finds O'Connor, Tinker, though. Morris tries to knock it into the middle, but that allows Coulthard to intercept and clear away. Contested ball in the middle, and Scott wins that header. Spiving more Stocks play around. Charlesworth just misses that ball and then sends it down the channel, launches it away, and will eventually go out for. Actually, is that going to stay in play? It has stayed in play. Hey, Morris has gambled on that and it succeeded, but then a tackle goes in. Morris will keep the ball. Needs a bit of help. Kay's offering it now. Now he gets it to Kay. Kay back to Morris. Morris trying to find the overlap, but that is just behind its man. Stockton intercept, but Stockton's trying to win the bye back high. They have done. Trying to set the football through, and Kay's passed just a bit too much on it. Will go out for a goal kick. Stocksbridge having great opportunities to get a good ball in, not taking them. It's lacking quality in the final third at the moment. Great day for Frickley so far. They're now 5-0 up. And it's some names that are going to absolutely test me here. It's Thomas Alngahuro made it 4-0, and then Ifinye Nyanya has made it 5-0, and that's definitely not right. So I do apologise for Ifinye, because I think I can get your first name, because that was Iffy's long name. Iffy Fabu, that is, who did score against Stockton in the playoff semi-final, the most famous game between these two teams. As Deakin knocked the ball forward. Back Barrett, who gets it forward, and Tinker tried to intercept, but doesn't find way to King, who gets it forward now and just controls it a bit, but Kay does get it away from Pettigene, but now it's out on the left. Now finding the overlap. Thompson now trying a big cross into the middle. Owen to Ware, heads it away. Kay heads it on. Deakin will get control of it. Deakin's had a good game so far, but his pass forward is just a bit too much for Rawson, and it will now head back to the keeper, that is Harker. Defence. Coulthard sends it forward, headed back into the middle. Owen heads it away to King. Goes forward, takes a deflection into the box, and well, almost made its way to Purewall. Steele's just to be a bit lazy in defence until Owen, I think, was a bit late to react and eventually got it away. Now Kay. Back it goes to O'Connor. Now Townsend, who will launch it away. Rawson's going to look to try and win the header, but header away nicely by Stockton. And then Stockbridge lose the ball through O'Connor, and it's cleared away. Wiggledon looks to have that get Belly, but he can only head it out to play. Stockton get a throw in a good position. Going to get the ball in here for the away team, for the Anchors. Gould are now 3-1 up against Nostell, and it's a man we just mentioned, Ifia Fabu, who scored against Stockton Town in that playoff semi-final. He was the equaliser in that game. Oh, it's cleared away by Stockton. They've won the ball well, but just won it back by Stockton, who are just controlling possession at the moment. Tinker heads it away. Kay tries to get to it, but going back to the right. Now Barrett goes sideways, and then back to Barrett. A nice play here from Stockton, but then O'Connor cuts it out, and Kay will clear. The referee was in the best position to win that fight, Turner. Great hold up play by Rawson. Just a shame the pass let him down there. He gives it right back to Stockton. As Barrett now on the ball. He forced backwards, puts it through Rawson's legs as he's been forced backwards, and he went down as well. No advantage given. As well, it's headed away. Stockbridge not contesting the ball like they should. Sam Kay just stood still for a second, and now here comes the counter. Thompson here going down the left, ball into the middle, goes here controlled by Pettigene, well in from Jack Tinker coming in from left back, and it's going to be a goal kick. And then, oh no, eventually he's changed his mind, the referee, and given a corner. 63 minutes gone. Well, ooh, that's an interesting one. Black Foxes who struggled are 1-0 up against promotion chasing Bradford Park Avenue. Michael Fowler, formerly of Stockton. I believe Michael Fowler is another one of Stockton players who scored against Stocksbridge. So a bit of chaos happening inside that 6-yard area. About 20 people, it feels like, well, 16 I'd say, in a very small area. I think we've seen a few teams do this, stop Townsend from getting out of his box. But this time, that's didn't work because Townsend claims it. They all left him alone, and he got it. Frickley are now 6-0 up on Fackley. Lucas Robinson has scored his 4th of the game. I think he's going to have a very happy night. Well, going forward, but head away for it to get to Smythe. Back to O'Connor, out wide to Morris, back to Charlesworth, forward now to right forward, but then intercepted by Bramwell. Back, launch forward again, will be cleared away and out for a Stockton throw-in. Winterton now 2-0 up on Aversley Rec. Leo Berryman has scored. Full time at Rossington against West Didsbury and Chorlton. West Didsbury and Chorlton win 3-0. Rossington may have had a fantastic run in the VAR, but it ends now. Townsend will get treatment. There is no reserve goalkeeper on the bench. If Townsend can't continue. And if you're wondering if it's one of those sort of injuries, there is no team talks happening between the two. So there is something going on, and it's not just a let's get everyone and redo our tactics. I say actually, Connor Smythe's just come and talk to the manager, so maybe. And also, Ryan Barrett and Josh Shott have come over as well, so I think they're getting a few tips, both teams. So 0-0 here as the game will resume. Townsend will continue. 65 minutes gone. Oh, switched out to the right. Tinker will inset with a header. Forward to Smythe, who controls. Back to Owen, who launches it long, looking for Rawson, but headed away by Thompson, where it gets to him. Back out to the right now. Back to King, who looks for the switch on the left-hand side. Charles will just have to be smart and heads it back to Townsend, who has to dive to collect his own header. Townsend now. Who will launch it upfield. Looking for the right from Morris. Heads it back into the middle, and Kay will contest, and it falls very. Kay charged forward maybe a bit too much, and then it goes loose, but then Deakin wins it back. Now Smythe. Smythe back to O'Connor. Now Deakin gets it out wide here to Tinker. In the middle to Smythe. Forward to Morris. Morris trying to turn. Back to Tinker. Now forward to Smythe again. Tries to get the ball through, blocked, and then that's a lunging tackle by Smythe that's going to see him get in the book. You look for the ball, but it's definitely going to be a yellow card, you've got to say. But then there's the bit of afters here from the Stockton man who was fouled, who's pulled at the sock and the shorts of Connor Smythe. That could be a yellow for that man there. I think he's going to get a talking to for it. I think it was Jamie Bramwell there who has reacted, and you've got to say that it probably should be staff from, and it was actually Jake Pettigene who's been summoned over. He's already Josh Scott actually. So Josh Scott was the man there. You've got to say it should be a yellow card for Scott for the reaction of it, but Sam Hyde's yellow is going to be as fair as it can be, and it is a yellow card for Smythe. Second yellow of the day for the Seals. And as the yellow card is confirmed. Nothing for Josh Scott, which I do think he should have been given a yellow for the reaction personally, but this is obviously always depends on your ref that you get. Everyone likes to administer the game in a different way. 67 minutes gone. Jack Watson has been summoned over by Jordan Lemon. It looks like he is going to be the substitute about to come on as the ball goes forward. Big header on by Purewell, and Paul Townsend was panicking for a second. That might have been on target. But if that had gone in, by the way, that would be the best headed goal you'd ever seen in your life. It had some power on it. If it was on target, I think that would have had a good chance. Ball forward here. Comes off Morris's back. Rawson will contest, but knocked away from him. Went through the back of Rawson. Ball forward here, looking for Smythe. You just got to be careful not to foul. Now he's on a booking. He's forced Barrett into the corner here, who then has to just pass out for a throw in. It's good work from Morris. Manchester City are 3-0 up on Sunderland. Phil Foden has scored. Morper for 2-0 up as well against Prescott. That next goal coming from Dominic Martins. Game back underway here as the ball looked for the far post over Morris's head, headed away into the middle, and then brought down by Pettigene. He'll get the ball away nicely to Purewell, who holds it up, lofted over the top of him, and then Ingleton tries to get it. Appeals for a high foot there on Scott. I don't think that would have been a fair foul, but I think the referee's made the right decision. It's cleared away by Townsend, but only gives it back to Brownwell. Ball forward here. Pure was offside if he got to it, but Stockbridge last-ditch tackle stops it, making it to Scott. Cleared away by Kay, looking for Rawson, but they'll be covered by Nicholson, who passes it out of trouble. Gallagher knocks it forward, brought down well. Forward and held up well by Morris, who spins on the spot with horse backwards now. To O'Connor, back to Morris, who's now trying to charge forward. There's an overlap on the right from Charlesworth, who now holds it up. Back into the middle, then starts to Kay. Hey, Kay does well to get onto that because it weren't the most helpful pass, but then Kay doesn't himself have a helpful pass, and that one is intercepted. Way out to the right to Barrett. Forward, it's a good pass here for Scott, who keeps it in on the right wing, holds it up with Tinker pressing. Forced sideways, going back a bit as well. Sideways into the middle. Unmarked man for Stockton on the ball. There's Thompson tries to work out what to do. Back now to Bramwell. Now to left to Gallagher. He's going to try to put the cross in blocked. It still stays with Gallagher though. He's trying to go beyond his man. Tackle goes in, and that is going to be a free kick. Backline line of the box. I'm not sure about that. I thought he did get the ball, but obviously the referee closer to it got the man before the ball. So it will be a dangerous free kick. These are the free kicks you hate to concede just because they are so difficult to defend. Maltby Main have equalised against Ilkley. Basil Zotos has scored another a former steal. Loads of people in the box now, and I think Stockton might be making a substitute after this free kick. Here comes the ball in, headed away. Back out, Stockton bring it down. They're the first on the balls. It looks like Thompson's going to be coming off for Stockton. Back for Harker, who launches it away. Headed on into defence. Owen will get away back in the midfield, and I think they wanted a free kick. They said Owen was tripped, but he wins the ball back anyway, but then loses it. And Stockton have a chance because Owen's out of position. Ball forward, it takes a deflection, and then clearance eventually away by Stockton. Not very far though. King heads it back, and then Eagledon will head it away again. And then Kay launches it out, and then head away. Rawson didn't contest that. Head forward, brought down here by Scott. Scott's opened it up. Left it, takes a shot. Stockton take the lead. And that's Stocksbridge not clearing their lines, and it's been punished here as Stockton take the lead through Josh Scott. Was he? Well, I thought it was that.
Adam Nicholson.
It was That's actually Adam Nicholson who got that. Who'd stayed up after all the set pieces. Not Josh Scott.
Still substitution, replacement number 11, Connor Smythe, is 14, Jack
And
Watson.
Stockton now ahead in this one. Steels need to do a lot better. They need to clear the lines, and I think Luke Rawson's going to take a bit of the stick because he didn't contest a header up there that allowed him to get that attack going again. So Steels must bounce back here if they don't want to have that stat continue of not beating Stockton ever. It looks like it may continue today. Adam Nicholson, a regular threat from set pieces who'd stayed up and got his rewards for staying up. Very good finish from the centre back. Stockbridge get us back underway, and there was a substitute in that. Jack Watson has come on for Connor Smythe. That's a definite. Well, that was planned before, and it was one to try and get them back into it. Stockbridge will have the ball on the right hand side. As Stockbridge trying to get it back, as they've been so promising in this game, the Steels be so unlucky not to get anything out of it. But there's still 16 minutes for the Steels to get something in this game. And here comes Stephen Thompson, he's coming off. He's to be replaced by Michael
Stockton
Sweet.
substitution replacing the 7, Stephen Thompson, is 15, Michael
We've
Sweet.
had a really good second half, and Stocksbridge obviously had a good defence in the first half, but we've dealt with them.
He would have been rushed off there, Stephen Thompson.
He has done brilliantly on the right-hand side. Christoph
He's been rushed off by the referee as here comes Michael Sweet. That's another attacking option.
Fewer goals over the years.
There's substitutions made for
Barnsley have taken the lead against Peterborough United. Kelly, the scorer for the Tanks. Josh Batty has scored. Odd for Bricktown, 4-1 up at Doncaster City. The ball is switched over to Sweet. This is his first touch on the ball. It's a good looking cross into the middle. Owen meets it well. It goes out for a throw in. I suspect we might see Tommy Marshall and Alfred Wilson make their way on at some point soon, and all to try and throw everything at it to get something back. This is frustrating about football. It's a much better performance than on last Saturday against Lancaster, but it might end up being the same result of no points. Obviously, we've got the throw in now. Throw forward, Sweet wins the header. Header back forward by King. Hilden will get it away, and then Tinker continues to clear it, and he goes out for another throw in. Stockbridge didn't get out their own half for a couple of minutes there, and Stockton then just ended up punishing them for it. And now, Stockton need to work out how do we get out of this area, and how do we get a few people going up front and attacking. Back to Nicholson. Ball switch, like a bit of a deflection, but it's found its man really well. Back in defence. Ball forward, Charles will send it away. Sent on by Rawson. And then it's a bit of clumsiness between the two players. I think because it was a bit of evens on both sides, nothing was given. As it's Watson who was involved in that, and he evades a couple of tackles, Watson. Now it's knocks it over the top, but headed away by Coulthard. Trying to press now, Watson, as it's cleared away. Ball forward, and Stockton get it down well in midfield. Back in the fence, cleared out. Okay, we'll head it forward, and Deakin picks it up. Deakin out to Watson. Now but down the channel here. It's a good ball down the channel. Can't get the cross. He didn't hit it first time. Now second time. Rossi gets shot. What a volley from Lou Rawson! It's an equaliser within a few minutes for the Steels, and it's Rawson, the man who gets it. It's a fantastic effort from the near post. He gets it. He had a very similar effort in the first half that he didn't get quite right. He learned from that one, and he scored from it this time. It's 1-1 here. Luke Rawson scoring the equaliser.
Score for Stocksbridge, number 9, Luke Rawson.
And Luke Rawson with the goal. Brilliant volley from the near post. Proper striker work from him. And now can the Steels press on? 13 minutes to go. Still a lot to be decided in this match. It came down to the last minute at the Map Group UK Stadium. As Watson miscontrols it, goes out for a throw-in. There's Gallagher with the throw-in, back to Gallagher now. Tries to play it in, but Stockbridge do clear, but only back to Stockton. That's what got him into trouble in the first place, as it goes back to the keeper, to William Harker. Cleared away now, will go out for a throw-in.
Today's attendance is 179. Thank you all for your support today.
179 here, obviously. Yeah, we can't lie, we'd like a few more here, but it is Christmas, it's cold, and it does affect things a bit. As Charles launches the throw forward, Rawson heads it on, brought down by Watson. Now Deakin going sideways. Tinker is offering him option. Forward to Morris, back to Deakin. Deakin over the top looking for Tinker. Can Tinker bring it down? Tinker trying to loft it, but he can't keep it in. He's out for a goal kick. But it was a great idea, some great passing from the Steels. And the Steels equalised here through Luke Rawson. scored on Wednesday night against Sheffield Wednesday. That was the goal that would take it to penalty kicks. Scored again today, 2-2 for him. The fourth goal of the season for the strikers. It's King now. Stockton on the attack, but then Charles will carry that away. Ball going forward, knocked away by Nicholson into the middle and controlled by Scott, and Kay will intercept it. Back out to Charlesworth now. Look, he's full of confidence, and the ball is forward, flicked on. Rawson just can't get to that, and Coulthard will clear it away. It's a really good ball to Michael Sweet. Brings it down. There was appeals for a handball. It was close to his arms. A good ball in. Can they bring it down, Stockton? It's with Pettigene, slide to King, shot blocked and then headed away before it fell into the path of Josh Scott. Watson picks it up deep. Back to Charles, who launched it long. Can Rawson contest that? Does contest it, but gone away. Now it's switched out towards Sweet. Think has to be alive. Townsend picks it up. Great looking ball. Michael Sweet seems to be just getting all the fantastic passes his way at the moment. Like a kid in a little sweet shop. As Deakin gets it forward, takes a deflection into Morris's feet. There's a chance here as he tries to get past Coulthard, but it does get the tackle in and it will be a corner kick. Campion have taken the lead against Sheffield FC. Ewan Gregson has scored while Answer for 1-0 on Goldcar. Harry Jessup the man with that goal. Sheffield United now 4-0 up on Stoke as well. Sidey Peck has scored a penalty. And Warrington Rylands have equalised against Hensford. Alex Kiwomya, whose dad used to play for Stocksbridge, has scored that goal. Here comes the ball to the far post. Rising header goes to the edge of the area. Watson can't get it, but Deakin, he's going to try and take it out wide. Great sliding challenge though from Bramwell. Puts it into the middle, and Stockton look to get a counter-attack. Steals have got back really quickly to their credit. Now it's Barrett who's being held up. Rawson doing a great job. Both players go down. Rawson wants a free kick, but nothing given. Rawson's clutching his arm as he goes down. Barrett continues. Great side challenge from Kay, but it only goes back to King. The attack continues. Bramwell now continuing forward, out to the left. Here comes Stockton on the left. Cross going in, cleared away at the near post, and then appeals for a handball, and Charles was down on the ground. I think basically couldn't help it. Watson now trying to get a turn of pace and go forward. Here comes Jack Watson, striding forward, going on too forward, lunging tackle, trying to keep it, but there was a foul on Watson before that, and it was a free kick to the Steels. Would have probably been a free kick the other way had there not been a foul beforehand, and it would have probably been a yellow. Stood showing a bit like Pettigene's. Frickley are now 7-0 up against Fackley. Elliot Andrew has scored the latest goal. It's probably one of Frickley's best days for the last few years, a team that have unfortunately suffered quite a bit. Once a National League team now in the Northern Counties. Doncaster have just got City have got one back against Brigtown as well. Kenzie Dillian scored 4-3 to Brig there. Deakin, ball into the box, looking for Owen. Head away by Nixon, now out of the box, and good volley away. That's how you clear a ball away, isn't it? As Charles, not a great touch by Charles. It takes him back into the left. He's in an awkward position now. Dribbles and then left football forward, does well. Eagledon will head it on, looking for Owen, but then cleared away. Headed on here and looking for Sweet. Charles and Tinker have to deal it together. And then Charles did go down under Sweet, but Tinker does well, gets the clearance blocked by Sweet throwing. We're going to see Cameron Painter, another forward, come on for Stockton soon. The Painter about to come on. We'll replace Bramwell.
Stockton substitution, person number 3, Jamie Bramwell, is 12, Cameron Painter.
Can be corrected. So Cameron Painter come on, he'll take a place in the midfield. Shore up a game which has got much more even over the last 5 turns. What?
A minute win.
Taking time for this throwing, I don't know. And now he'll be taken as he comes forward, headed on, and then out for another throwing. Stocksbridge throwing. Goldcar equalised very quickly against Answorth. Rion Oberon, a former Answorth player, has scored. Ball forward, headed away, and up. Now, there was a bit of a head clash there. That's not been, and the game's not been stopped yet. Steels are the ones continuing it. It's Sam Kay, the man who suffered the head injury. Tinker's trying to go on his own, but then ends up getting tackled and ball away. Sam Kay is back up on his feet. Still limping a bit though, as the ball is quickly out to the left. And I think, well, Stockton's score will be all fair, even with the potential stoppage, I think, because Sam Kay is up and Stocksbridge could have stopped it. And Mark Barrett here coming forward. He's going to take a cross into the middle. Townsend claims. It's a nice idea though. 84 minutes gone. 1-1 here. Kay back to watching down here. I think Watson's been told to go a bit higher up now for the rest of the game. Everton now 3-0 up on Nottingham Forest. Dewsbury Hall, the scorer. Sean Dyche is having a bit of a miserable return on his return to, well, I was going to say return to Goodison Park, but it's the new stadium now. The Hill Dickinson Stadium. Probably thinking, I'm losing 3-0 and I could have managed here. At this nice new ground. It's meant to be fantastic. I do need to visit at some point. Probably if they have a women's game, normally you can get tickets found for the places like that in Anfield. They play at Goodison, the women, but they've played some at the Bramley. You know, when they do it in international breaks often. You'll see women teams play in many stadiums, and they are getting fantastic attendances this year in the WSL. As support for the women's game continues, and our women are playing tomorrow in the League Cup against Staveley Miners Welfare at Staveley. It's been switched from Brackenmore to Staveley, so that the pitch is, not wrecked to pieces after today, and the weather likely to continue until tomorrow. They're going Staveley's AstroTurf. Ball forward, Rawson heads it on. Watson holding it up, trying to get it out wide, but it took a bit of a deflection and headed away by Painter in the end. Knocked away by Stockbridge, will go back and claimed by the keeper Harker. Answer for back ahead against Goldcar. Scott Ruven has scored from the spot. Another former steal. His ball is knocked away. Tinker can't get his header right there, and Purewell will try to get to it, but Tinker, he can't clear it before it goes out to play. Throw in for the away team. Both teams want a winner here. Stockton building and will be cleared away. A very poor clearance from Sam Kay. That's going to allow Stockton to pile the pressure on. Back out to the right. Intercepted by Tinker. He will clear away. No one to aim at though. And Rawson will chase it. Nicholson will get it back to Harker. Rawson will continue to chase. He gets it away though. Going forward, and then O'Connor will get it out. Headed away though by Barrett. And out to the right. This is a good play here. Sweet. Cross into the middle. Charles with the header. First man to it will be Painter. Done a good job there. He took out left. He had to go deeper. Back to Bramwell here. Forward. Here. And Kay trying to get in there. Does fall to ground, but nothing given for it. He has to go back to Coulthard. Now forward. It's a good pass here. Here to King, back out to the right. Cross green takes a block, it will go out for a throw in. Stockton wanted this win today to pile pressure on the playoff places in the 6th position at the moment. Will remain there as Kay's fighting, and it's a bit of a tussle, and no free kick given either way. Could have been given out to either Stocksbridge or Stockton. Or eventually it loops out, and I think it will be a Stocksbridge ball. There will be a Tinker throw-in. He's taking his time. I think the Steels would be happy with a point here. It wouldn't it be nice to have something more? Ball forward. Looks like we're going to see Alpha Wilkinson come on. Actually, that's an indicator that we are going to go for something more. Wilkinson coming on. Ball headed away, but it goes to Deakin. Deakin now gets it on the right, a bit much for Charleston, but Charleston will get to it, takes it in stride, goes forward to Watson, holding it up, going sideways, back into field to O'Connor. O'Connor, if Charleston gets to this, he's going to have a free cross, but it's just over here. It's a bit of a missed opportunity. Charleston wants the corner, he's not getting, he's appealing for it. I think it was just a poor ball, I'm afraid, TC. So here comes the substitute for Stockbridge, and it's going to be going to be Danny Deakin heading off. He is to be replaced by
Still
Alfie
substitution. Replacement
Wilkinson.
number 7, Danny Deakin, is 12, Alfie Wilkinson.
And you're going to be replaced by Alfie Wilkinson, formerly of Golcar, who scored on his debut for Parkgate but hasn't scored yet. He did have some good chances at Hillsborough. He will probably regret. He also missed the final penalty, which, you know, it was great to see the tech team comfort him immediately afterwards. Actually shows you the togetherness of the squad. We're going to get 4 minutes added time here as well. Ball is forward, headed away. And now Stockton on the attack. And the tackle goes in, will go out. Be a Stocksbridge throw in. Stockton wanted a free kick for that. I think Stocksbridge are going to prepare another substitute as well. Looks like Tommy Marshall will make his way on for the Steels soon. Ball forward. Morris got a touch onto it, but he loses track. Played but only to Wilkinson who got a touch, but then means Stockton can get it back now. Pitch out to the left. Charles is pressing very high up as it goes back into defence. Good. Charged down by Wilkinson, but Nicholson got it into it first and then back to the keeper. Now Nicholson. Getting it out to the left, but it's a misplaced pass and it will be a throw for Stocksbridge. 30 seconds of 4 minutes at a time gone. Stocksbridge have never beaten Stockton before. The first game was the last time Stocksbridge even got anything out of Stockton here at Brackenmore. At 0-0, Chris Hilton's last game at Brackenmore. Can Jordan Lemon's first game at Brackenmore be a point out of Stockton? And here comes the last, well, not the last of Stocksbridge, but probably will be, as Tommy Marshall will come on for James Morris. Marshall was a bit keen, he wanted to rush on just there. As Tommy Marshall makes his way on for James Morris.
Still substitution, replacement number 10, James Morris, is 15, Tommy Marshall.
So James Morris, who has put in a very good performance today. Only thing he's really been missing is the goal. So back out on the right here with Charles for the throw-in. Throw-in launched down, headed backwards, and then headed away, and Stockton looking to try and keep it in their possession. Comes off a Stockton and lasso before going out for a throw-in. Thrown away here. Headed away by Charles with another throw-in. Steals, well, both teams want the winner here. Got an absolute thriller going on. Vauxhall winning 5-3 against Nantwich. As Stockton fighting and they got a stride on here. Out wide looking for speed. Deflection falls right to the right man, but then a great last-ditch tackle. Deflects to the right side, see with a chance. Great save, Townsend. He isn't aware. Another great save from Townsend. It's a corner kick. Incredible from Townsend. I don't know how he's managed that. Stocksbridge fell asleep and almost punished at the end. Guiseley have won it in the last minute against Leek. Will Longbottom has scored. Steels need to be good from these set pieces now. Has Townsend under point, but there's still a corner to defend here. When they head away in the near post, Stockton defend. Lofted from King, right into the middle of the box. Headed towards the edge, Kay gets away, but it's just going to go out here to Painter. Painter puts the cross in, looped and over the bar. And breathe. Ben Townsend, how have you managed those two saves? Maybe could have obviously lost track of it for a second and maybe could have caught it if he hadn't, but oh my god, two brilliant close range saves when the Steels turned off in defence. Just 30 seconds left in this one. As Townsend prepares to take this long, and he is taking what time he can with it. Ball long here, he's looking for Rawson, but it's going to be headed away. Eagledon gets it back again. No one contested midfield. Wilson then contesting and gets it forward to Marshall, who's holding it up out to the left here, and it will be a stoppage for a head injury to Wilson, just to stop him breaking forward. It will be, well will be back for Stocksbridge. So Stockbridge will resume it. We are now past the 4 minutes of added time. I think he will get the drop ball. They're going to try and turn this into an effective set piece. He's going to try and loft it just into the middle here. Wilson, back it goes to O'Connor. Poor touch from O'Connor, and this is a counter for Stockton. O'Connor here just made a mistake. Can Stockton get through? And they get it out to King. King here trying to turn out of trouble. Well in from Wilkinson. Look, and he's looked at his watch, and that is that. A 1-1 draw here at Brecon Moor. A brilliant game, well contested, very entertaining. Stockton did take the lead here through Adam Nicholson, a nice finish from the centre back. But then Luke Rawson, a brilliant volley at the near post, has earned us a point. It's Jordan Lemon's first point at home, and hopefully we can build from here. Thank you very much to everyone who's been listening tonight. We'll see you on Wednesday night here as FC United make the trip to Brecon Moor. We look forward to that one. Thank you very much, and good night.